it's Brandy. I'm going to be showing you how to add a map module to your pages. I'm going to get started by clicking the plus sign and selecting the map module. You can, of course, customize the heading. If this is the only map on a page that's titled something similar to the map, you probably don't need to give it a heading. But let's say that you are creating one page with multiple maps. You know, maybe you have specific rooms at your venue, or you have several barns on your fairgrounds or event center. You might want to go ahead and add a heading for each one of those. I'm just going to be uploading a facility map today, so I am just going to leave the heading blank. But the first thing we need to do is upload the image. We've got to use a JPEG or PNG file here, guys. It has to be an image, can't be any other type of document. So go ahead and upload your image file, and that's going to add your little preview here. You can, of course, delete it. And then once you've uploaded a map image, you can also upload a PDF for your customers to download if they need to. So I'll go ahead and do that since I've saved this image as a PDF as well. Fairgrounds map, I'll upload that. And immediately, you know, we've got the flashing save over here. So it's a good idea to go ahead and click save as you upload these images. You know, consider whether you're ready for this page to be listed or not. So click save. And then edit to get back into, click right into the module to get started editing again. Okay, so what we can add is pins to our maps. We like to categorize those so you can customize the color. So we'll just click add category. And you just need to create some categories for the pin types. So I'm going to create one for restrooms. Now there are some purchasing options available with our map module. I'm going to get to those at another time. So restrooms I have named, and now I want to pick a color. So we have this custom color picker. Just scroll down to the place that you want, however blue or green or red you want your pins to be. You can save and close if you're only adding the one category, or we can click save and add another, which is what I'm going to do. I think the next category that I'd like to identify on my map is first aid, and red makes sense for first aid, so I'll go ahead and save and add another. And then finally, VIP parking. Let's say that this is your annual event and people have got to have the right pass. We want to notify them for where they can go with that. All right, so I'm all set on my categories. I'll click save and close. So now I can see my 3 colors and titles of categories here. At any point, if you need to edit one of those or deactivate them, you just click on the specific ellipses tied to that category. But when you're ready to start adding pins to your map, you can go ahead and click place pins. So we try to make this as easy as possible for you. It's a little zoomed in and it requires these scroll bars. But hopefully you're able to place the pins just about exactly where you want. And all you have to do is click your mouse. So I'm in my restrooms category. So I'll just get started dropping pins everywhere I have a restroom. You know, maybe your map image doesn't have this, you know, nice key like ours does. That's totally fine. Just drop the pins where you think they go. And then you'll see there's a few other options. I'll get to that in just a second. But if you're just dropping pins to notify where something simple like restrooms are, you've done your job, you've added your pins, you can close. And then you can come into first aid, click on the ellipses, and place pins. So let's say we have one out here, one down here, and maybe one right in this hallway. Okay, so now we can close. And I think I want to go ahead and show you guys what that looks like so far. So I need to click save, and then I can view my page. All right, so we've got this map module. We've got all of the blue and red pins that I dropped that are specifically restroom and first aid. Your customers can turn those categories on and off as they'd like. And right now you'll see there's no real functionality of these pins. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what those have to offer. So let's say I want to identify each of my first aid booths a little bit. I'm going to continue placing pins. Now all of the pins that I've already dropped in, I've got edit, copy, delete as options. So let's see what our options are when you do click edit. The first thing to confirm is that it's in the right category. Again, the for sale or not for sale items, if you do want to sell something on a map, we'll come back to that later. But you can give your pin a name. So let's say these are first aid areas. Maybe they're provided by, you know, a local hospital or EMT service, right? So I'm in Travis County, we'll call it Travis County EMS. And we can say that first aid support provided by your local EMS, right? If I wanted to really support this group, I could enter their URL, and I could also upload their logo. If you ever had something on a map that you wanted people to register for, you could add a form. So think about these different items and, how would it apply to your facility map, to your event map? Maybe you want to add some of your attractions throughout the map. You could upload a name, give their description and the URL to their website. And we can click save and close, right? So I think, is this the one that I just edited all this for? Yes. Okay, so if I wanted to, let's say that Travis County EMS was gonna have several booths throughout my property. I could click copy and I get the alert. Are you sure you've completed this pin, sales, forms, images? And I'm gonna say, yep, everything I added was there. And now that's basically like it's copied it to your clipboard. So you could add that exact same map pin here and here and here, wherever that particular attraction or type of booth or facility or service is going to be. Once I'm done, I'll click finish copying. And then let's say that over here though, instead of it being the Travis County EMS or this one here was, a different county, Harris County came up. You can just add descriptions and names or titles to these pins all over as you need. And once you've done completed editing those, you can just go ahead and close this window. So I'm going to delete this one, for instance, just to show y'all what that looks like. So you could do the same thing for restrooms. I don't think your restrooms really need that much labeling or that much specifics, but you could edit that if needed. And then on my VIP parking, I want to go ahead and add pins for this category as well. And then for instance, something like VIP only, present gate with badge or something along those lines. Again, upload the image or form, save and close. And then I'll close. And I'm gonna go ahead and view my page. All right, so now all of my pins have populated the map. And as you guys know, we added some information to some of these pins. And so what does that appear like? We've got the name right here with a description. If we were to give a website address, we could actually click this name right here and it would link off in a new page to that website that we added. Your customers can also zoom in if they need to find out exactly where a pin is, or let's say you have two pins close together. And then here's the VIP one that I made as well. So that's the map module. Stick around if you'd like. We'll show you guys how to add sales to modules in just a bit.